In this video, we've compiled undercover bosses who blow up on their employees. Without further ado, let's dive in. Number 7. Cortland Gray of PV Electronics.
My name is Cortland Gray. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of PV Electronics. Hartley PV is my stepfather. He's the CEO. My mother, Mary, is president of PV Electronics. Working for Hartley is great. I mean, he's a great guy.
I've always been a maverick. If the rest of humanity is going off in this direction, I tend to go off in that direction. I'm never satisfied.
It is hard to change the mindset on the way we need to do things. I'm going to come up with a disguise. Need your participation.
What kind of disguise?
Washed up looking 80s wannabe rock star.
Cortland Gray, the COO and heir of PV Electronics, goes undercover to see how the company is really doing in the new era of the business industry. Gray starts his first undercover shift wanting to prove how important it is to keep personal life separate from work as he begins meeting employees on the front lines.
Today, I'm at PV Hollywood showroom, and I'm going to be working with one of our sales and tech support guys. One of the unique things about the PV Hollywood showroom is that we have a stage where we do live concerts with different bands around the area.
At first, he struggles, but with AJ's help, he starts to understand what daily life is really like for the workers.
We both are wearing the same clothes. I felt it was kind of weird. We are going to have a show later tonight. Before the band gets in here, we are going to start by setting up all the guitars and amplifiers so that it looks good.
All right, I can handle it. Who's that Hartley guy?
He used to make amps in his garage, and that's how the company started. It's better if you just put the guitar down, or you might kink it or scratch it.
All right, all right.
When Kyle's putting up the guitars on display, I am really nervous he might put a scratch on it. Have you worked in a music store before?
No, I had a band. Played a little bit with some guys, so, you know.
But as he goes on, bigger issues begin to show themselves. After witnessing a failed live demo that turned into an embarrassing situation, he becomes really frustrated and disappointed. He saw the revealing gaps between brand reputation and real execution in the field.
Well, I'm thinking, why can't our guys get the sound right?
Man, that sounds terrible.
I'm pretty pissed off right now. When I walked out of the store, I wanted to break something.
Despite what happened, Gray's frustration with the live demo didn't make him blame Ajay. Instead, he focuses on what's right and promises to improve the communication aspect of his company.
AJ, tell me about the live show.
The microphone that we were using started feeding back.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing. But I'm going to make sure the Kansas City Bankroll can do another concert, and this time we'll get it right.
Thank you.
One of the greatest things in the world is to share time with somebody who's passionate and talented, and you truly reflected that. You're a big fan of Joe Satriani?
He was a big
Heroes,
influence, yeah.
I'd like to send you to the Joe Satriani camp.
Thank you.
You know, the other thing that was a big concern for you was, your visa. You're a great employee, so we're going to take care of all the costs and expenses related to the legal fees, which could be up to $10,000. Is that going to help you?
It's going to help me a lot. Thanks a lot. I don't know what to say.
I'd like to help you with the equipment for your studio. $15,000, $20,000 help you out?
I just don't know how to react.
Number 6. Jane Grote-Abel of Donato's Pizza.
I'm Jane Grote-Abel, and I'm the chairwoman of Donato's. My dad, as a kid, knew he wanted to go into business. My grandpa wanted him to name it Grote because that's our last name. And my dad just knew that Grote Pizza probably wasn't going to be that great of a pizza name. He bought the name Donato's. I think it's going to be a challenge for me to go undercover. So being able to go into the store in this disguise is my chance to find out.
Jane Grote-Abel, the chairwoman of Donato's Pizza, goes undercover at their very own pizza company, disguised as a delivery driver.
A delivery driver is a really important part of our business, and the reason for that is they're actually taking our product to the customer's homes. They have to drive within the guidelines of the law because they're representing Donato's out on the road. Hi, is Aaron here?
Hey, how's it going? That's
Hey.
me.
Oh, hi.
Hey, nice to meet you. This is our driver station. This is where we're going to be taking the deliveries from. We're waiting on another driver to come in right now and get my bag.
He's talking to me about his job and what he's supposed to do.
We got a couple deliveries that are up now.
Good.
So we're just going to go ahead and grab the ticket, and then we're just out the door.
Okay. We walked out of that store. I was like, oh, thank goodness we're in his car.
I don't think he has any idea who I am.
And when we get up there, it's going to be fast. We got to grab the pizza, and we got to get up to the door.
Okay.
We got to run up here. You want to address the customer by their name. Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
If you could just go ahead and double check that.
Looks good.
All right, $15.68, you were going to be paying with cash? All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mark.
As the undercover continues, Jane and Aaron make their first delivery together. She praises how well he treats customers, but when it's her turn, she struggles quite a bit and starts feeling unsure.
Go ahead and check the order and make sure you have everything. Okay, that'll be 83.21.
She was not very good the first time around. She was slow. This time,
Okay.
I am going to time you. This should be 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so let's just guess it's this one.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I'm from Donato's, and did you order a large pizza?
I did.
Here, let me get your total as 15, 18.
Perfect. Keep the change.
Oh, thank you so much.
She's not used to the job, but Erin is determined to get her through the delivery successfully. After a while, things are starting to take a turn as she continues working with him.
My campus is fun though. Like I have a really good time doing it. You would like encounter some really weird stuff.
Like what?
A lot of people smoke pot.
You do not. Not only is it just not safe, it's illegal. I want to take off my disguise and fire him right then.
Are you against that?
I am really against it.
I'm sorry. Is it legal to smoke marijuana?
If my delivery driver did that, I would fire them.
Would you really?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
If your bosses know, they would fire you.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm really angry. He jeopardized our entire company.
Jane is angry and concerned, unsure whether to fire Erin after his confession. He is now questioning whether skill alone is enough when an employee's judgment could endanger everyone.
Erin, when you told me you smoked pot on the job, I've never been so angry in my life.
That's never happened while I was working at Donato's, and that
You said you did it while you were at it.
You're upset with me?
I'm very upset. I can't believe to do something that's illegal. But you know I have to let you go.
Really?
But I want to make a deal with you. I do like you. You do a lot of the right things, and you were concerned about checking the order and calling them by name and engaging. I'm going to give you a second chance. If you can take a drug test in 30 days, you can come back and work in the kitchen.
Wow.
All right. Well, then we'll be in touch.
All right, great.
Upset with the situation, Jane still does the right thing by giving Erin a second chance. She discovers that some of his employees are not valuing their company's values, but this does not stop her to value her own employees. These experiences begin shaping the decisions she will soon have to make as the leader of the company. Number 5, Ray Blanchette from TGY Fridays.
I want to know, are people overwhelmed? Are they enthusiastic? Are the changes that need to happen in the business actually happening so that we can compete harder? We're in New York City, birthplace of TGI Fridays, and I will be working with an assistant manager named Michelle.
Ray Blanchette, CEO of TGI Fridays, goes undercover to see what it was like working in one of their restaurants. He wants to check staff performance, food quality, and why some locations are underperforming.
Hello.
I'm Keith.
Hi, Kate. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you're going to be my new manager?
You're going to train me.
Yes. As a manager, there's one main thing that you have to do working in a restaurant. You have to know how to multitask. Yeah, I'm front of the house manager. I'm also the host manager. It doesn't matter if we're front of the house, back of the house. When the business is going, we have to be everywhere. This little screen right here is very important because we have to have certain ticket times. So we have to get our gloves on and we have to get busy. Black tickets in the window. This means now that this food is ready to go.
Here's your macaroni and cheese.
Hey guys, we're missing the kids' pasta marinara sauce when we get busy as managers. No.
This is when we have to hustle, huh?
Yeah.
Disguised as Keith, he begins working in the kitchen and closely observes assistant manager Michelle during a hectic dinner rush. As the shift unfolds, he quickly notices how disorganized her management is.
You work for TGI Fridays.
I have been working for TGIF. Next month, September, will make me a year I've been here.
So have you been trained to do all these things?
Yeah, we have 2 weeks of training.
And she said her training was 2 weeks long. A manager training at TGI Fridays starts at 8 weeks. So there's a clear disconnect.
Okay, guys, we have a fried chicken sandwich with French fries.
If you manage the small details in a restaurant, you never have big problems.
This time it's saying over half an hour. Food should be at least 15 to 20 minutes. Guys, what's up with the chicken?
Michelle just took the Cobb salad.
Troubled and frustrated, he learns Michelle only received 2 weeks of training for her assistant manager role. He then watches as the disorganization quickly leads to poor customer service.
Michelle, I guess I forgot their food for 25 minutes. They're complaining they want to see a manager right now.
We got a guest that's complaining, so we got to get to the kitchen and find out what's going on with the,
Okay.
with the
we gotta do the guest first. Okay, top priority, let's go.
Hi guys. Okay, the guest is complaining. We're not going to move from this expo until we get that guest food, so we don't have a guest complaint.
And she should have been taught, get to the guest, apologize, explain exactly what's going on, and then make sure their food gets out very quickly.
Shifts like this can ruin a restaurant's reputation.
I'll take you to the most beautiful spot of the restaurant.
Because of poor management, customers begin complaining about delayed food while Michelle avoids addressing them, frustrating Ray. The situation makes him realize how much of the restaurant's resources are being wasted. As Ray reveals his true identity to Michelle, he sets aside his frustration and acknowledges how she led the kitchen despite lacking proper training. Recognizing the challenges she faced, he rewards her with a bonus as a sign of appreciation.
Michelle, when I first met you in the restaurant, I was really impressed. I mean, you have a great presence. Problem was, it was pretty chaotic in there. One of the first things I want to do to support you, I'm going to send a quality assurance team into the restaurant and bring the standard up to TGI Fridays standards.
I always feel like we need a lot more support than we have.
Well, careful what you ask for, Michelle. You recently had a death in the family.
Same my mom.
Losing a family member is not just a personal loss, and I want you to know that we're on your team as part of the Fridays family. So I'd like to give you $10,000 to help personally with your family.
Thank you so much.
What I also noticed, you work a lot, and you seemed a little bit tired. So I want to give you another $10,000, and perhaps you can use that to take a holiday.
So that will be the greatest help you can ever give me. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for this.
Number 4, Dina Dwyer Owens of the Dwyer Group.
My name is Dina Dwyer Owens, and I'm the chairwoman and CEO of the Dwyer Group. Make sure my nails don't get in the way. The people I'll be working with are being told that I'm a contestant on a new reality show called Keep Your Day Job.
Dina Dwyer Owens, chairwoman and CEO of Dwyer Group, goes undercover to see what employees do on a day-to-day basis. As she starts going undercover, she begins to see those values in action at one of the company's franchises.
Today I'm in Roswell, Georgia, and I'm going to be a plumber. One of my nicknames is Queen of the Plumbers. During the recession, some of our franchise owners did struggle, so I really want to see how the best of the best is doing it.
On your feet, hum. We live our code of values by.
Never saying anything about anyone that we would not say to him or her.
The code of values is clearly part of what we do, but the presentation of it was new.
At ease, gentlemen.
I wasn't sure what that was all about, but as long as they're working to live by the code of values, that's what matters the most to me.
My name's Wayne. Huff.
Faith Brown.
Ma'am. Faith Brown, nice to meet you. You ready to go?
Yes.
When Faith walked in, I realized I was going to be training a female. You know, not to be sexist or anything, but it's not something you get every day.
Is your truck here?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not used to being called ma'am,
They don't have manners in California?
but they don't say ma'am.
I still feel like if I don't say ma'am, my mother's gonna pop out from behind this seat. Here, I'm gonna give you this. This is like the most important thing. You're supposed to follow those step by step. I've worked at companies where you park in somebody's driveway and you leave an oil stain, things like that.
Each one of our brands has what we call frontline steps, which is kind of the A to Z of how we want to approach the customer to how we want to leave their home. So the idea is that if you're a customer who happens to be in Waco, Texas, you should have the same experience that you would in LA.
As Dinah steps into the role, she faces the physically demanding aspects of the job.
All right, the first thing you want to do, Faith, is we're gonna have to drain this water heater and cut it loose so that we can get the new one in. Take the channel locks and try to tighten that thing up on the...
This is the channel lock?
Yes, ma'am. And it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Tighten this?
Yeah, let me just show you one time.
Okay. I wasn't sure, what level I should put I think it was called a wrench, or I can't remember the name.
Ordinarily, what I do is while the water heater's draining, I just go to the truck, pull the new water heater off, start prepping it.
This way?
Yeah, and I'm gonna just kind of back you up.
I'm good.
That's good. I was impressed with Faith. She didn't hesitate moving the water heater, dragging the old one out. And I think it's interesting that a woman would want to get into the plumbing industry. If they can handle it, more power to them.
Wayne is impressed by how Dina handles the physical demands of the job, but her focus shifts when she learns about the compensation issues he's been facing.
What do you think about the plumbing thing?
I'm kind of curious about the meeting this morning because that was really cool. A little military.
Like with every job, every company you work at, there's things you like, things you don't like.
So what do you like?
Mr. Reuter's kind of sentimental to me. We're paid on commission. You expect you made $1,000 this week, you get your check and it's $500. The accountant would say, well, that's the way it's supposed to be, and no. You shouldn't find that out when you get
Because my husband he's got some employees and he has to take like some payroll, tax.
This is off the top of the job. The next week, get my check, same thing. If I expect my check to be $1,000 and it's $500,
that's a problem.
Somebody's got to explain some things to me. And this went on for 8 weeks straight.
Very frustrating to me.
I'm not afraid to lose my job because of something like that.
I need to make sure we get this fixed. We certainly want things to be done right.
After learning about Wayne's pay issues, Dina feels frustrated and disappointed. Still, she stays determined to investigate the problem and find a solution. After revealing she is the CEO to Wayne, Dina acknowledges the compensation issues he faced and promises to investigate further. To make things right, she offers him $20,000 toward the down payment on his dream home.
So how do you feel finding out that I'm not really Faith?
Well, I better start putting a resume together.
So I talked to Mary Thompson, who's actually the president of Mr. Reader. I said, Mary, I'd like you to just check into this because Wayne's sharing a concern with me, and I'm going to continue to follow what's happening in this relationship. And so we'll take care of all these compensation issues.
Well, thank you.
Something else we talked about was your dream of owning your own home.
Right.
That's something you've been thinking about, and I know that you need to stay employed. What I'd like to do is to help you with your new home. I'd like to give you $20,000 as a down payment on your new home, so that make it a little bit easier for you as you're getting this set up.
Really?
Really.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
That's overwhelming.
Number 3, John Fuller of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf.
I'm John Fuller, President and CEO of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf has been around for over 50 years. And the best way to do that, though, is to make certain the stores we have today are operating as efficiently as possible. One of the best ways to try to get the feel for that is by going undercover and experiencing it firsthand. I'll be going undercover as Mick from Phoenix, Arizona. They will have no idea it's really Undercover Boss.
John Fuller went undercover shortly after becoming CEO of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf to see what life was like for his employees. His undercover mission continues as the shift supervisor Deanna showed him the basics of the job.
Today I'm in Downey, California, and I'm going to get a chance to work with the shift supervisor. The shift supervisor is where we will get most of these people from. Hi, I'm here for Deanna.
Yeah, that would be me. My name is Deanna.
Okay.
I am the shift supervisor, and I oversee everything when the manager is not here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put an apron on you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna do super basic, okay?
Okay.
We're just gonna make like a vanilla latte. These are all little cheat sheets that we have.
Right.
So like if we do forget, all we have to do is lift this up. Just steam your milk first. So you're gonna put this under here like this. You want to hear it whisk. Keeps it nice and frothy. 2 pulls. 1, 2.
All right.
Right here, 30 pounds of pressure. Bam. And pour it. Okay, done. Like right now, this is gonna be a real order come in. Like the vanilla latte that I showed you.
Yep.
Except this is gonna be in our larger cup with extra shots. There you go.
Okay, and so it's the same old thing here.
It'll be in the large one, so it'll be the large one. Try not to touch all that because that's going in.
Sorry it took so long. Have a good evening.
So right now we're gonna make a large chai. No,
Oh,
these.
3 shots, okay.
Time's ticking, buddy.
Here you go. Have a good evening. Regular.
Whoa. Remember, these are only good for 30 seconds. So it's gonna be with soy milk.
Are you sure this is the right one? Should I whisk it now? Yes?
Yes, it's our whiskey. Add whip to it.
Yeah, the whipped cream is somewhere around here, I'm sure. Apologize, sorry. First day.
I had to give out gift cards to apologize because he was crumbling. I'm just making your shots.
John struggled to keep up with the fast pace of the job, which made things a bit difficult for Deanna. Right after, she showed him how the store handles its inventory.
So this is our inventory sheet. You're gonna look on the paper. This is where we keep our powder. You just look on the side of the box. So you have 2 boxes, and then how many bags are in this one. So start counting up the powders. And you have to be exact.
They should put these things in order. All right, Deanna, do you have a quick question, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure.
So this is hot chocolate, and I don't see hot chocolate on here.
Even though it says hot chocolate on it, it's just chocolate.
All right. What frustrates me is the words on the box don't match the words on the form.
Right here, that is Columbia Light.
See, it doesn't say light, though. As a CEO, I've always tried to make things as simple as possible. The way we do our inventory, though, is far from simple.
Frustrated, John realized the system was confusing and inefficient, something he felt clearly needed improvement for his company. Despite being disappointed in inventory, he also learned that Deanna had faced some difficult moments in her life.
How long have you worked here?
I've worked here for 15 years. So I walked into the Coffee Bean, and I just said, look, I've never had a job. I don't know too much. I had a bad drug habit a long time ago, and I need some help to get on my feet. I feel like Coffee Bean kind of turned my whole life around. Dropped out of school at 10th grade, so I don't really have too much education.
Have you gone back? Can you go back and get your...
I could.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
How come?
Because I'd rather put all my energy into my kids. I have to do everything for them now. Because I was sick for a long time, and I took 9 months off.
Well, what's your... Is it... do you mind if I ask?
No, I still have liver cancer.
Oh my gosh.
I think the best thing is I get up in the morning, it's time to go to work, and I'm doing something positive. I'm gonna make somebody's day, so that turns around and makes my day.
Deanna's a fighter. She's got heart, and to have the strength to come do what she does every day, despite all the things she's dealing with, is absolutely amazing.
Disregarding his frustration on the inefficiency of the inventory, John focused more to help improve Deanna's situation. When the time came to reveal his true identity, he made sure to follow through.
That inventory sheet drove me crazy. So if we automated it and made it more kind of today's technology, do you think that would help?
Oh, absolutely.
You've had some health issues.
Yeah.
I know you're under so much pressure with what you've had to deal with.
Well, I'm a single parent, you know, so it's a little difficult.
One of the things we want to do so that you can create a different path for yourself and also try to create a good, happy environment for your kids is we want to give you $20,000 to help get you started with that.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
I could pay off everything.
I could see, when you were telling me you dropped out in the 10th grade, I could hear the pain in your voice. I don't want you to have that anymore. What I would like to see you do for yourself is get your high school diploma, and I'm gonna have a graduation present waiting for you of $10,000 once you complete your courses.
I tell my children, you know, school education is everything.
In order to help you with that, we're gonna set aside $40,000 in a college fund, $20,000 for each kid, so that can help them on their way.
Having my kids both get to go to college, it's a gift that I never thought I'd be able to give them. Coffee Bean saved my life twice.
Number 2, Eric Casabury of Retro Fitness.
I think one of the main reasons I want to go undercover is because we're at a critical point in Retro Fitness. Fair Lawn, New Jersey, Retro Fitness, where we'll be working at the front desk. It's a busy facility, so it would be my expectation that whoever's working is up for the task. My hope today is to see an energetic, enthusiastic individual that really cares about all the aspects of front desk being executed on exactly how we train them. Is Jacqueline here?
That's me.
That's you?
Hi.
Jacqueline
How are
Barry.
you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Eric Casabury, founder of Retro Fitness, goes undercover to see how his company is really running. His focus quickly shifts to Jacqueline, a front desk associate who initially seems promising but later on turns into his biggest concern.
Kind of sit here, say my heys, how are you? Walk around, do some of that.
Right.
You know, but most of the time I'm kind of just like this.
Wow. If someone may have a question, maybe they might not approach you because they think you're busy.
Some people I just want to punch them in the face sometimes.
You meet her, she seems very nice, you know, these big eyes, and nice girl, and nice smile, and you think, hey, all is right in the world. And then she opens her mouth, and it's like, you know, the bats from hell start flying out.
They're literally stupid. They don't know anything. And then they come up here and they're like, well, what does protein do? Dude, you don't know what protein does?
Almost immediately, Jacqueline starts using foul language, leaving Eric stunned that someone in a customer-facing role would speak that way. But to his surprise, this turns out to be only the start of the chaos.
Let's get to something important. Do you want to do smoothies?
Yeah, I think it's great.
They're really important. It's super explanatory, like you would be literally brain dead.
And it says on the menu, 1 pump.
I always put 2.5. We're not supposed to, but it tastes better.
The juice bar is on average 15% of the annual revenue inside of the gym. It's one area of the gym that I really, really care about.
That makes a disgusting shake, honestly.
Okay.
So what I always do, 1 and hold juice.
At some point, I realized that maybe we should have renamed it Jacqueline's Juice Bar because it seems like she's got her own way of doing everything.
That's the perfect shake.
I noticed that there was like extra in here. Like, what do you guys
I
like
dump
make
it out.
samples out of that? You don't offer
I
it to the
just-
member
nope,
at all? You just
dump it out.
Furious, Eric watches in disbelief as Jacqueline ignores company rules and runs the gym like it's her own, even dumping extra shakes down the drain without a second thought. When he tries to follow her process, Jacqueline snaps, making the situation spiral even further.
Dirty peanut. You said a dirty peanut, right? Okay. Are we doing it the way it says?
No, you're gonna do it the way I told you.
How's that?
1 more.
1 more.
You gotta pick up the pace, dude. Come on.
Picking up the-
That's enough ice.
Okay. I would normally hit the code.
I'm telling you the way people like it.
Okay.
But if you don't want to listen to me, that's all good. You don't have to win. It's all
I
good
would
for me.
love to listen to you. I
Okay.
just think that maybe we would go with the code.
As Jacqueline completely loses her cool to Eric, the customers start to notice. Things hit a breaking point when even a customer feels the need to step in.
He's condescending. He's not absorbing anything that I'm saying.
How come this isn't punching?
You're probably doing it on the wrong side.
Ah, that is the reason why.
Maybe if you listen to me, I don't know.
I want this one, the berry slim.
So berry slim? Sure.
Do you want protein in it or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Want a little
okay.
protein? Okay. And this goes in the 16-ounce cup, I assume. It just happens to say it there.
No, you just do a full cup.
You do it in the full cup?
You don't have to go by the book with every situation in your life.
My God, it was Jacqueline Shoe Bar.
Excuse me? And I know what I'm doing. I've been here for 2 years. You're so condescending and rude to me, I really can't stand it. Just do it, because you're taking way too long. It has to be fast-paced. I want you to stop talking. Seriously. I'm never mean. I'm not being mean.
Who the hell does this girl think she is? One member has to experience that attitude. To me, that's one too many. One pomegranate paradise.
Thank you, Byron.
You're very welcome.
Hey, your payment.
Huh?
Your payment's overdue.
I know, I gotta pay. I'm gonna pay it tomorrow.
No, you have to pay today. Hello, no, listen. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't with me, dude.
It's very frustrating for me to listen to this happen, have other people that can hear in an earshot some of the things that she's saying.
No, listen to me.
Oh my God.
Taking all the information for one day, then I got it all down, so I'm gonna head out.
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
What happens?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At this point, it's my duty as the franchisor to contact my franchisee, have a conversation about Jacqueline and her future.
Eric maintains his cool, but he can't stand the situation any longer. As he is going to reveal himself, Jacqueline's faith is about to be put to the test.
Yes, Eric.
You were my biggest fear of going undercover.
Why?
The first thing that I took note of that was completely unacceptable was how you treated some of our members right in front of them.
How did I treat some of members? Hello, no, listen. Don't with me, dude. You're coming at me saying that I'm disrespectful to members, which is completely false.
There's no answer you could possibly say right now to me. None.
Okay.
It makes no sense that you would treat someone that way. None. I asked you specifically, why are you dumping product down the drain? There was extra shake left. No, it's just extra. We just throw that away. That's unacceptable. The toughest one I had is how you were speaking about the members.
Members, they're literally stupid. You're completely wrong about that.
Tell me what you think about that as an employee of the company, representing the company, how that behavior is.
I don't know what you want me to say.
All right, well, there's one other person that I want to be part of this conversation. Hey, can you send him in?
As Eric reveals his true identity, out of frustration, he confronts Jacqueline about her attitude towards work. He calls in a franchise manager before making his final verdict.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi,
Think
Bob.
you know who this is?
Hey, Eric.
Bob, I called you in because you're my franchisee and Jacqueline's direct boss. What I witnessed there was nothing shy of scary. In fact, I left the job early. I had to get the hell out of there. I said, I gotta call Bob.
You're aware of what he told me, right?
No, yeah, I know everything, but like, you...
Using language behind the behind the desk.
And do you ever see that? Do you ever see me do that? No, because I don't do that.
You did it in front of the CEO
But
of
I
the
didn't
company.
know it was him, obviously. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have acted that way.
That makes it worse. That club is my baby, and you know that.
I know, and
I go there when I'm tired. I drive 72 miles to get to that club every day.
the CEO of the company right in front of my face staring at me.
I can't have you behind a counter like this. You have to part ways.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
In the end, Eric makes a difficult but necessary decision. Jacqueline's behavior crossed the line, and as CEO of Retro Fitness, he refuses to tolerate that kind of disrespect and unprofessionalism. Thus, he lets her go. Number 1. Lauren Abney of Mood Media.
My name is Lauren Abney. I'm the CEO and chairman of Mood Media. When you walk into a store, you're hearing music. We provide the music in-store. You'll sometimes see signs, digital displays, and even closed-circuit security systems. And those things are provided by us. I'm very excited to go undercover because I'm going to have a first-hand opportunity to meet some of the people that I actually only know through spreadsheets and financial models. I have never put together any of our technologies. I have never been on any installs. I'm hoping to learn what they need to make this an even greater company.
Mood Media CEO Lauren Abney goes undercover as a new hire to learn more about the employees behind the company's daily operations. His first assignment takes him to a Moe's Southwest Grill, where installer John is tasked with showing him the ropes.
Today I'm in Long Island, New York at Moe's Southwest Grill, working with an installer. At this location, we're going to be installing Mood Media's state-of-the-art digital sound system. It is extremely important that we get this right. I have no experience installing sound systems, so this is as far out of my comfort zone as I could possibly be. I'm Bo, nice to meet you.
Hey, Bo, nice to meet
How
you.
are
too.
you?
Good, good.
Good.
I understand I'm gonna give you a little bit of job training. The first thing we wanna do basically is we have our standard 2-foot by 2-foot tile. Why don't you go right in, spin it around.
Okay.
making a nice mark. That's pretty good right there. Take your time, you got it. I'm just gonna finish prepping this.
I usually sit in a nice, comfortable board chair. I usually am typing emails, and certainly not with a knife.
Obviously, it's not right on. I'm just gonna round it out a little.
With no prior experience, Lorne struggled as an installer, but John patiently coached him through each step. As the day went on, Lorne also got to know John personally.
I'm originally from Detroit. Where are you from here originally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have family too?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got 3 wonderful children.
Oh, wow. Daughter going on a honeymoon?
Yeah. I've been saving for about 3 months now. She asked if I could be who wants to go to Hawaii, so.
How exciting.
That'll be one less thing she'll have to worry about.
Even though they're grown, you can see how much he still wants to take care of them, and I really respect that.
You can start. I'll be up ahead doing another one. Looking at a technical opportunity here, you might be looking into like a managerial position.
Firstly, I hope to get a job at Mood Media and whatever.
Yeah. Like one of my biggest complaints through the years have been like how certain jobs weren't visited by people that, sell them. They'll expect us to put a speaker like this into a poured concrete ceiling. Nobody obviously didn't look at the job or scope it out. If you could straighten that up, that would be like one of the best things.
If I end up in management, I'll definitely...
Yeah.
Furious, Lorne learned about some operational and communicational flaws that made the job of the employees harder than it needed to be. Regardless of his frustrations, he still does the right thing until his final reveal.
John, let me tell you, I was touched by the integrity of your character. It's an honor to have people like you working at Mood Media. You mentioned to me that, sometimes our salespeople will sell a job, won't have, even attended at the job.
Yeah.
Then the techs, don't have the right tools. And because by bringing this to our attention, you're going to save us a lot of money. I would like to offer you a job as a supervising engineer to make sure that we don't sell a job that isn't completely spec'd out. You told me about saving up for your daughter's honeymoon. John, I want to give you $40,000 to use however you wish.
This is amazing. I would love to offer you an invitation to a wedding. I mean, that is just one of the most incredible gestures of generosity that I've ever received from anybody. It's like so grateful. I want the world to know about Mood Media because Mood Media rocks.
Despite the frustrations, Lorne admired John and made sure he knew it. When revealing his identity, Lorne empowered John to make real changes and rewarded him generously. If you enjoyed this video, click now to watch more undercover bosses who blow up on employees.